Okay, protecting your PC and you. This is lecture 8. Let's have a look at some revision, the assignment, the motherboard and viruses. Okay.
What we're looking at here is essentially the first. What we're looking at here is essentially the first machine that IBM ever made. It was used in the 1890 United States Census. The man who invented it, Mr. Herman Hollerith, had observed that conductors on a train punched everyone's ticket in a different place depending on which fare they had paid. And he decided that he could use a complete area of a card. All the cards would be taken to the counting station, of which there were several deployed around the country. A card individually would be put into this reader mechanism and cranked down on the handle. Wherever a pin went through a hole in the card, it would make contact with liquid mercury, which is an electrical conductor, sending a signal through a wire and registering one count on the dial assigned to that hole. So the net result was that instead of taking 7 years for the 1890 census, as it had for the 1880 census, it took only 7 months.
Moore's law is a name that's been given to a curve I showed in a 1965 paper. I was given the task of predicting what was going to happen in the next 10 years in the semiconductor industry. I plotted this curve that showed the complexity measured by the number of transistors and resistors on a chip versus time. And in these first few years, we've gone from 1 transistor to about 60, and essentially doubling every year. So I just continued that, so we'll continue to double every year for the next 10 years. We'll go from about 60 to about 60,000. Well, it turns out I modified it in 1975 and said, oh, it's not going to happen quite that fast in the future. It may go down to every 2 years.
Didn't actually go down to 2 years, it went to 18 months, so computer power was doubling in every 18 months. Okay, let's move along. The assignment. First of all, the thinking behind this assignment, you got to look closely into one of 5 cases and to translate that into more understanding, something more understandable for yourself, and while you were putting it into an assignment. What did you need? A group of 10 or 20 sheets, the notes side, the notes going under the slides. You were asked to put in either 150 words notes on the slide or 75 words notes on the slide, then a university cover sheet, followed by the slideshows shown on USB or DVD or CD, and then all of that in a plastic envelope. Okay, let's move on. Here's the motherboard. Let's do some revision on the motherboard. Here's the outside of the motherboard with the links for the keyboard, screen, mouse, USB, and of course the internet with sound, microphone, etc. there. Okay, what I tried to do first of all was to take out the motherboard and put the words into order, and then put the words into order again, and then look at what these were doing. Alright, now obviously here was a CPU and dynamic RAM just here, but then there was the connector for the memory and other parts which we took you through. Okay, protecting your PC. Here are the problems. A virus is a small software program that spreads from computer to computer, interfering with their operation. Corrupt or delete data, spread via email, and delete everything on the hard disk. What about this?
Welcome to CNET Top 5, where each time we meet, we count down another hot CNET list. I'm Tom Murray. Everybody thought that Conficker worm might do something nasty on April 1st. It didn't, but Top 5 quietest viruses is no fun. So, we turn to the London Times and McAfee, who teamed up to list the top 5...
Alright, so if you can get through there and look at that, have a look. I'm not sure it's taking it on here, but there's the reference for it. An actual virus might just look like this. It looks fairly harmless until you go inside it and make it run. Now what a virus is doing, tearing your machine apart in some way or another. So in order to stop that, you put a firewall there. And here are all the things that it protects against: antivirus file, antivirus mail, antivirus web, antivirus scanning incoming outgoing messages, applications, proactive defense, a firewall, network attack blocker, anti-spam. All of these are dangerous to your machine. Of course, people put viruses on funny images or greetings cards. But all they're trying to do is trick you so that you stay with it, and then they can download a virus onto your machine. Malicious software, viruses, trojans and worms, image viruses, screensaver viruses, antivirus software, virus hoaxes, major virus attacks and other malware. All of these are trying to take control of your PC. It suggests that new machines are attacked within minutes. Can we see anything here?
Computer viruses can wreak havoc with your personal computer, and they also cause billions of dollars in damage and lost productivity for businesses. Viruses have the ability to replicate. When you run an infected program, the virus loads itself into memory and starts running as well. From there, it has the ability to infect other programs.
Okay. Look at that program yourself. Of course, the Trojan horse, outsider access, the thing hides inside the horse, the town drags it inside, they come out of the Trojan horse and then try and get into the town. Installation of software, downloading, updating, deletion, modification of files, keystroke, all sorts of things that come out of Trojan dangers. There's a program here. I'm not sure that it's we'll watch it again. Spam. Well, we've seen spam. Every day you're seeing spam. Don't open it, just delete it. Trouble with viruses is that they sometimes come in on a JPEG and then put in a backdoor to your machine. that allows them to hackers to get control of your computer. Now here are 5 virus types: file infector viruses, boot sector viruses, master boot record viruses, multipartite or polypartite viruses, and macroviruses. The whole point of the virus is to attack your machine and take it over in some way. They want control of it. Either that or you're getting into your hard drive. Major virus attacks. One, the Blaster, 2003. I mean, he got 18 months inside prison for it. It used to be thought the viruses were some sort of joke. What they want to do is to steal your machine, control of your machine, or your money. They don't seem to be a joke. Or they want to sell antivirus programs. So sometimes they come up with virus threats in order to sell their programs. Why would they want to spy on your machine? In order to take credit card numbers and transmit information. Also to hijack you to take you to web advertising pages. Once a virus is on your machine, the type of journey or type of virus doesn't really matter. What you've got to do is to try and prevent further infections by getting an antivirus program. Here are 5 more. Phishing, identity theft, phishing, farming, identity theft, cyberbullying and grooming. There are 5 types. You check your email and get a letter from the bank, at least you think it's from the bank. They ask for your details and then steal your money. Alright, so they're after your PIN number. Don't take that. Next one. They redirect your URL to their own website. So if you want to go to Google, they take you to Smoogle or Boogle. Get your identity in order to steal your money. Cyberbullying, when people write things about other people, tedious. This sort of thing goes on to Facebook. And grooming, older people trying to pick up younger people. Don't often get younger people trying to pick up older people, do you? Protection. Use complex passwords. Put on antivirus programs. Do backups, put on firewalls. Look at content filtering for your children. Net Nanny for your children. Cyber City for your children. Cyber Patrol. Content rating, all of these if you've got young people. A firewall, alright, prevents your home being attacked from people on the internet. Okay, there's a look at these things. There are some web hyperlinks in there which I haven't really gone for. Some of them I have, but others don't really work properly, so that's it.